I'm going to be telling you a story called The Citation. How many of you have ever been blamed for something that you did not do?
All the time, man.
Alright, this is a story exactly about that. It was a sweltering August lunchtime recess day at school. And I sat there with my two best friends, Courtney and Heather. It was so hot. We had just dominated the tetherball tournament. We were so good. And Courtney turned to me, she said, "I am so thirsty. We should go get a drink." And woo-wee, was it hot. We went to the drinking fountain to get a drink. But as soon as we got over there, the drinking fountain was also baking in the sun. It was covered in dirt, and there was gum crusted all over the drinking fountain. I am not drinking out of that. Anyone who tries walks away with sun blisters on their fingers, and it's disgusting. So Heather looked at me and she said, "Well, what about the drinking fountain by the library?" So we thought that was a good idea because it was in the shade and it was sure to be cool. So we bolted off and went across campus, and just as we turned the corner, there it was. The most beautiful, shiny drinking fountain you had ever seen. It was just posed in the shade, tantalizing and tempting us to make our move. "Hello, Karissa, Courtney, Heather, come take a drink. You deserve it. I'm nice and cool." So needless to say, that drinking fountain had us at hello. We skipped on over and we drank to our heart's content. I could just feel the cool water trickle past my tongue, down my throat, and into my smiling stomach. It was the best thing ever. Never had water tasted so good to anybody as it did to us then. But little did we know, our joy was soon to come to an end. Justine came around the corner. Justine. She was the meanest, rudest, trunchbullesque recess aide on the planet. She was big and stocky and had matted, greasy hair and a unibrow so thick and greasy that it was like a forest. She crawled over and lumbered to us and she said, "What are you guys doing over here? You are not supposed to be over here. Whose idea was this? And whoever's responsible is getting a citation." And as if they had a plan already, Courtney and Heather both pointed at me. "Some friends, huh?" So I just cowered. I didn't know what to do. She looked at me and she said, "You're getting a citation. What's your name?" "Karissa." "What is your classroom number?" 21E. "And who is your teacher?" "Mrs. Vaniak." I couldn't believe it. My mind was swimming. A citation? Me? I never do anything wrong. I don't break rules, especially not on purpose. Am I going to get kicked out of school? Am I going to lose all my school supplies? Or worse, am I going to lose recess privileges? This was not okay. She stalked away to give my teacher the citation. Then I heard the whistle blow, signifying the end of recess. I hung my head low and walked into class. And just as I entered the classroom, Mrs. Vaniak sternly called me to the back. "Karissa, would you care to explain to me what happened?" She peered at me with her arms folded, looking over the bridge of her glasses. I proceeded to tell her how we were just thirsty. We just wanted cool water. Was that too much to ask? And she looked down at me and she said, "Karissa, I know you're a good student and that you would never maliciously break any rules. And just so you know, I think the citation is silly." She picked up the citation, ripped it up, and threw it in the recycling bin. "Karissa, you're off the hook. You have nothing to worry about." Wow, I was so excited. I was off the hook, I got to keep my school supplies, and I still get to go to recess. But the grand irony of it all was that there was never an ounce of justice in Justine, and she was fired later that year. Justice was served, and oh, how sweet it was.